Alright, hey, welcome to the round 3 of the Triple Crown Canadian Motocross Nationals review show here. Billy Rainford from Direct Motocross. I'm without my partner. He's caught in traffic on the way home from Gopher Dunes. Anyway, we got a lot of stuff to talk about here. We're at Gopher Dunes. It was today was Saturday, so we only had one main event. So a bit interesting. Normal length, so 250s went 25 plus 2 and 30 plus 2 for the 450s. Yeah, weather was perfect. I mean, these guys got super lucky. This year it was nice and cool. It was like 23 degrees, humidity was down, so that they couldn't ask for more there. The track, it was because there was, I think maybe because there was so moisture. We had so much moisture. We had a lot of rain recently, a lot of moisture in the track. It ended up, there was a bottom to it, it seemed like. It was kind of weird. It got rough. Some of the guys mentioned it seemed a bit one-lined, which was interesting. So guys, you'd try to go wide, but the line hadn't developed and you'd end up losing, so you'd have to follow. And the guy said it was a bit tough to make passes. Something I hopefully is going to change very soon is one practice qualifier in the morning. One, like the practice is the qualifier, and then you're done. So no time, you know, if you want to make changes, you're making it for the moto. So that's a bit tough. Hopefully we change that. Hopefully also we get a mechanics display for the lap times and stuff like that. I mean, I know the COVID thing and everything, and also the cell service is spotty for sure at Gopher Dunes. And I'd also like to see a highlight video. I mean, afterwards, I'm actually not allowed to shoot video, right? As is normal. I mean, I can't go to races around the world and shoot video and do a highlight show. So I can't do it, and I would just like to see that from the series. If I'm not allowed to do one, let's see one. You know, a voiceover, 6, 7, 8 minutes long, showing people what happened, kind of thing. So anyway, let's kind of buzz through the 250 class here. I'll try to do this quickly. Welcome to my backyard. You can hear the hum of the hot tub there. I was going to spin and do it in the hot tub. If Greg were here, we might have done that, but he's not. And James Lissamore was going to sit in there, and at the end I was going to spin it, but he's not going to do it. He chickened out. So anyway, we're going to go through the 250s here. At the back, looking at 36th place. Man, preseason we talked about Marco Canella, number 46 on the MX-101 Yamaha team there. Thinking how, man, with his consistency, he's going to be tough to beat. Well, unfortunately, he's the one who's faltered, and now he ended up 36. Last week he had that 20th in the moto. So it's uh-oh time for Marco. It's out of reach, perhaps. Is it? I don't know. I mean, it's going to be tough. All he can do is win this out now and see what happens. Moving up here, Preston Masiangelo, number 71, looked great at Walton. Had the intermediate plates back on. I'm not sure. I didn't get the story there, but it was interesting to see he had the yellow plates. Didn't have them at Walton. Talon Unger, who you know had that pretty massive 2 big crashes at Walton, he ended up racing today. Went out early. His dad was pretty worried. Trevor Unger was pretty worried about him. From last place, he actually came up to 19th place. So it might have been a different story if it was hot. I guess he had a concussion, but he was actually feeling good. More of the chest, the ribs and things are kind of what he's working through. So impressive ride. Gutted that out. I mean, if you weren't a fan of Talon before, you should be now, because that's a pretty gutsy ride. Jeremy Mackay, I mean, we're expecting a little bit more out of him, of course. He's coming through a shoulder injury. He fell 3 times. He was dead last. Worked his way up from last up to 17th place in the 250. So kudos to him. It was a good ride. He's going to try to do a lot better tomorrow. He's, if you know him, he's very competitive and he's not happy at all. Interesting, number 42, Keenan Peterson showed up on a what looked like a bone stock KTM 252 stroke out of the showroom. I mean, he didn't have any numbers on it. He was just out there ripping the 2-stroke. He ended up 16th, so that was interesting. Guillaume St. Cyr made an appearance, the number 25 out of Quebec. He made an appearance. He looked good at first. He was in a huge battle. Said he had some arm pump and kind of ended up fading back to 16th. Tyler Gibbs showed up for the PRMX Gas team. As you know, Casey Keast is out now with a broken humerus here. So Tyler showed up, got to Ontario, wasn't actually meant to race, but wanted to get some gate drops. I spoke to Julian and he said I didn't expect him to race. So he did the race. He actually ended up in some great battles. Like I said, wanted to get some gate drops. He won't be racing tomorrow. He just kind of did this. Haven't done any testing. I mean, he's just basically riding, you know, Casey Keast setup, did the SAG, I'm sure, and that's about it. But he ended up 14th, so impressive ride for him. So we will see him, Deschambault and Sandali and Deschambault, and then the rest kind of thing. Wyatt Kerr was the top intermediate again. He ended up 11th. Julian Bennick, I know I talked to his dad Oliver, and he was a little mad. He saw Julian sitting down a little too much. I mean, he's new at this place, doesn't ride a lot of sand, it gets rough. Anyway, watch for him to do some improvements tomorrow he was 10th. He broke the top 10. Daniel Elmore, man, he's really impressed people. The number 39 out there looked great early. Again, was in a great battle. He went down, dropped a lot of places, had to come fighting back up. So he was impressive, coming back to 9th place. Good to see that. William Crete took last Sunday, raced round 1, then took off to the Quebec Provincial after getting 6th or 7th at the first one. Came back, was in also, he was in that really good battle that I was talking about there. Ended up 8th overall, so good ride from William Crete there. Moving up, Hayden Halstead made an appearance. Number 29 is back. He's a truck driver. He's looked great, came out right away. Like I said, during the week he was out there and jumped in behind Darian Sinai, so you know he loves the sand. Speaking to him, actually I was talking to James who was speaking to him, said that he slowed down near the mid to end part and he wasn't even sure why or how. He didn't say he was tired, just kind of ended up slowing down. He was 7th. Quinn Amiot looked good, I thought. Quinn Amiot was 6th, so a good ride by him. Sam Gaynor was one better than him in 5th place. Sam had to make a lot of passes. He looked a lot more aggressive, a lot more comfortable this week. I know they had the forks pulled off that bike late in the day here afterwards, so they're working on some changes for tomorrow. So watch for him to keep getting better. Again, impressive ride for him in 5th. Darian Sinai, he ended up in 4th place, riding kind of all alone out there. He ended up by himself. Couldn't hang on to the first guys and just kind of dropped the rest of the guys. So the top 4 were quite a ways ahead. Tanner Ward looked really good in 3rd place. I know he won't be happy with that. He wanted to do better than that, but watch for him in 3rd. Jake Piccolo in 2nd place. Man, he looked smooth. I mean, when you're watching Jake, he's such an aggressive and fun rider to watch. You can always, you're always waiting for maybe something to, he's so aggressive that maybe something could go wrong on a track like Gopher Dunes. Kudos to him for holding on and pressuring Ryder McNabb and breaking away from Tanner Ward there. Taking the win, man. Ryder McNabb, the 15-year-old out of Manitoba. Talked to him afterwards. He actually said it on the podium. Then I asked him in our interview afterwards. He actually said he got out front, started to gap everyone, and he said he was on a Sunday cruise. I mean, this kid's a champ. It's going to be interesting. He looked great, and man, I think he has the red plate tomorrow. So watch for the number 18 to have the red plate. Takes it from his teammate Tanner Ward, who gives it up to young Ryder McNabb. So interesting. It's going to be interesting to see tomorrow. The top 3 were really close. A little bit of a gap back to 4. So anyway, that's the 250 class. Really great racing up front. 450 class, let's have a look here. Unfortunately, in 30th place here, you'll notice Ty Shemko. Man, Ty was down early. I don't know if he was with Tim Tremblay in the first turn, but he was down early. They were last and second last. Blasting his way up through the pack, looking really good. Him and Tim came through everybody. Tim got a little farther ahead, but Ty was looking good. Big crash, swapped out, and as he was falling and getting up, nothing the guy behind could do. Came in and ran into him. He got taken away. He went to the hospital. He's actually here in London. He went for some surgery on his tibia, so he did break his leg, unfortunately. So get well soon, Ty. That's too bad, man. Man, so much potential there. Moving up the list quite a ways here. Was up 15th. I was impressed by Anthony Spadaccini's ride there. He was the number 66 out there, looking good. Derek Ham looked good too. Derek Ham looks comfortable out there. Logan Leitzel in 13th. I'm not sure what happened there. Didn't get a chance to talk to him. Didn't look comfortable out there, to be honest with you. He didn't. Maybe he's not a sand guy, but. Yeah, it showed out there. He did not look like he was gelling with the track, so we'll see what happens there. Ryan Derry was solid in 12th. Yannick Boucher, kind of I won't say invisible a bit at Walton 1. Looked great out there, much more aggressive, up in some good battles. He ended up 11th, good for him. Parker Eels, number 31 out of BC. He ran alone in 10th, so it's kind of funny. There's guys in that area where they just need to catch up to the next guys because they've got the guys behind beaten. So just all these guys that want to kind of just jump up a tiny bit. Tim Tremblay from dead last ended up 9th. I joked at the first that he was going to get 8th from last, but Liam O'Farrell took that away from him. Liam O'Farrell was alone in 8th place, and I spoke to him afterwards too, and he was kind of happy that he didn't have to battle because he was feeling it as well, and having Liam say that, that's saying something for sure. Keelan Meston also kind of ran alone, it looked like, too, up in 7th place. Tyler Medaglia, a past champion at two-time champion at winner at Gopher Dunes. I thought he'd be up there a little farther than he was. He ended up by himself quite a bit. Probably went down. I mean, I'm running around the track, didn't quite see it all, and didn't quite get a chance to talk to him. Sean Moffenbauer was up in 3rd place, looking great. I mean, he was looking good. He fell. He had Jess Pettis kind of coming up behind him. They went over the old finish line. They're not finishing on the big table anymore. It's over by the woods now. But he went into the next corner and just I think they said they showed it on the screen on TV. So he went down, dropped back a couple. I think Cole Thompson Jess Pettis and Cole Thompson got by him. Cole Thompson in 4th place. A little surprised by that one because he was up there early. Got some good start. Got a good start. Only one moto today. But he seemed to, I don't want to say faded because I'm not sure. Again, I didn't talk to him. I went over to the KTM pits and Cole wasn't there. Jess was there, so I had a little talk with Jess. But yeah, I wasn't sure what happened with Cole. Let's see what happens tomorrow, see what he's got. Jess Pettis in 3rd place. Man, did I eat my words on wondering how? I guess I didn't eat my words. I didn't say he'd be slow. I just wasn't sure where he would be. Man, he's looks comfortable on that on the 450. Went out there with the red plates. I don't think he has them anymore. But anyway, I was watching him. He'd go up and then he kind of fell. Well, he did fall. And then he came up and he was coming into the mechanics area and he's reaching for a tear off. He was coming up on Moffenbauer and he just couldn't get the tear off, and he's, you know, speed wobbling, trying to grab it. Anyway, he lost some time, came back up. He did get by Moff when Moff fell. And then out front, the 1 and 2, man, if you obviously watched that on TV, or if you didn't get a chance to somehow watch that, because Marshall Welton and Dylan Wright went at it. They went, and to be honest, I expected Dylan Wright, because I saw them in the preseason. Dylan just looked so much more comfortable going faster than both. The one I saw them in early season was ahead of Moffenbauer and Marshall Welton. So impressive ride by Marshall to hold him off the entire time. Dylan did mention, again, he was one of the ones that mentioned it was pretty one-lined, and Marshall also mentioned that because it was one-lined, he was waiting for a move to come in. I mean, there's nothing else you could do. He was going to have to come in and push him out of the way. But last lap, they were in traffic. It was like, and Dylan was right on his back wheel. Like, it was that close, folks. It was good. And then coming over the old finish line, the big, huge booter there, the big tabletop kind of thing, Marshall hit it nicely. Dylan ended up front end really high for some reason. I didn't really see what. Very rutted, so who knows? They were like, you know, you could it was a bit rough. But then after that, he kind of messed up a little bit, and at that point, Marshall just finished the last 2 corners, and took that win. So it was, man, through traffic. So I think that Dylan Wright takes the red plate, though, takes it away, because it was so close. It's so close up at the front. So, yeah, Marshall Welton, Dylan Wright, Jess Pettis was your podium. We're going back tomorrow for a normal day. 7:30 riders meeting, 2 full motos. A normal day. It's going to be kind of nice. We're also going to get obviously the premix, FXR premix in there, and the WMX in there. They're saying it's a 60% chance. It kind of keeps changing the forecast, Tilsonburg, but 60% could go either way, obviously, and only a millimeter. So at first it was going to be ugly. Everybody's expecting it to be quite ugly. Doesn't sound like we're going to get what they were thinking we were going to get. In fact, there's a lot of cloud in the sky here in London right now this evening. But yeah, so regular. And I also talked to Dylan Wright, who works there at the track, and he was saying, Dylan Kalin, and he was saying that they aren't going to groom it. So the track got really rough. So they're going to leave it rough. They're going to clean up the faces of the jumps and things like that, the transitions maybe and stuff like that, but they're going to leave it. It got rough. Talked to anybody who did the Amateur Open this afternoon, the AMO stuff. It got rough. I mean, I was talking to a few guys, and they were like, yeah, there was no smooth lines, guys trying everywhere. But anyway, yeah, so that was round 3 of the Canadian Nationals, man. It was good. Tomorrow's going to be great. We'll see you there. Thank you very much for watching.